Good evening. Yeah, very good. Welcome. Namrata, good evening. Namrata, I think your mic is not all right. Mm. Namrata, are you able to hear me?
Yes,
Namrata,
sir.
yeah,
Yes,
you
sir.
are able to hear me. Very good, very good.
Yes, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Good. Then we have Azer. Azer. To start with, today we will take up this one. See, sometimes this is very rarely we can expect in interviews like this. What is the what are the recent developments in in banking circle in India? What are the recent developments in banking circles in India? If this is the question, of course, I could get only this one that is dated somewhere in August 23. August 23, I am giving the link of this in our WhatsApp group. In our WhatsApp group, I'll give the link. I will give it first, Fed PO clerks, but for them it is not required because they won't ask. Okay, let me give that in 1 minute. IDBI. Let me give that link in IDBI, followed by IBPS 2023. I'm giving that. See, oh, interview dates have already come.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
Baba. What is your date, Namrata?
Sir, it is on 28
In which place? Delhi.
Patna, sir. Patna.
Patna. Very good. I have so far received information about 22nd February, Lucknow, 28th Bangalore, 21 Jaipur, 28 Kolkata, 22nd Chennai. I think first is 21st. First interview
Okay.
will be 21st. Yeah, some people have started asking for slots. 6382. Sir, is there any slots on Wednesday to take my mock? Somebody is asking. For 1 minute, hold on. Let me. Yeah. Now I think everybody will ask for slot because now that the dates are known now, uh, people will ask. 14th, yeah, which I will ask him which time you want. So those who want, it is better you mention which time do you prefer. Okay, that's right. Now, Namrata, this is
Yes,
what we are
sir.
going to read now. Please
Mm-hmm.
read. India's banks are.
India's banks are enjoying a period of relative calm, and a focus on retail has helped with bringing stability. Rekha Gupta Menon reports on how the regulator has also stepped up support.
Please read.
Amid ongoing global geopolitical tensions, India is one of the few countries which has maintained a, a relatively stable economic environment. The Indian banking sector too has remained largely shielded from the recent turmoil in the US and European banking sectors, and has in fact recorded strong performance.
Mm,
According to estimates from country's central bank, the Reserve Bank of India, the banking sector's cumulative profit after tax nearly touched 2.4 trillion rupees and $29 billion.
mm,
In 2022-23 financial year, a healthy 38.4% above the previous financial year's figure. Return on assets increased to 1.1% in 2023 from a low of -0.2% in 2018. Moreover, asset quality, which for long was a key challenge for Indian banking, is at its best in a decade. Gross non-performing assets as a proportion of total advances fell to 3.9% in March, a sharp drop from a high of 11.5% in March 2018, and is expected to moderate further.
Very good. Next, Vignesh, please read. Indian banking
Indian
is
banking is experiencing a Goldilocks moment where all the parameters are looking good. Remarks Deepak Gupta, Joint
Vignesh,
Managing Director
Vignesh,
of the country.
Vignesh,
Yes,
I
sir.
think you are using earphone. Remove the earphone.
Sir, my health is not well, sir.
Are you using earphone?
No, sir.
But still, that if you see the recorded videos, you will know. Hmm, you know what happened. It is there. Yeah. Now read Indian banking experience. Indian banking is experiencing. Vignesh,
Sir, not well, sir.
I think your internet is not all right. We will go to Tejas. Tejas, please come. Tejas.
Yes, sir.
Tejas, please read. Indian
Yes.
banking is experiencing.
Okay, sir. Indian banking is experiencing a Goldilocks moment where all parameters are looking good. Remarks Deepak Gupta, joining managing director at the country's fourth largest private sector bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank. This is echo by Debadatta Chanda, managing director and CEO at Bank of Baroda, the second largest public sector bank in the country. The banking industry is in a sweet spot, he says, and points out that state-controlled public sector banks have performed particularly well across all financial metrics, including profitability, margins, and asset quality. According to the data shared by the Indian Finance Ministry, in financial year 2022-23, public sector banks earn a record aggregate net profit of around rupees 1.05 trillion, nearly three times that of their net profit in 2013 and 14. Their capital adequacy was at high 15.53%, while the GNPA ratio, which had reached a peak of 14.6% in March 2018, fell to 4.97% in March 2023. This performance is noteworthy because public sector banks struggle for much of the past decade under a mountain of bad loans caused by poor risk management and aggressive lending to corporates, followed by an economic slowdown, leading to a very weak earnings. In that same period, private sector banks with lower exposure to the corporate sector and better governance were significantly less affected. From a 75% market share nearly a decade ago, public sector banks today account for slightly less than 60% of the assets of the banking industry.
Very good. Namrata, please read. Credit and risk. Namrata, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Please read.
Sorry, sir. A slew of initiatives by the banking industry, regulator, and the government over the long term, along with public sector banks working to improve their risk management processes at regulatory's urging, helped public sector banks turn things around. RBI, for example, put many of them under watch, restricting their operations until their financial metrics improved, while the government infused 3.1 trillion between financial year 16-17 and financial year 2021 to recapitalize public sector banks. Further, in an effort to create efficiencies and economies of scale, the government merged weaker banks with stronger public sector banks, reducing the total number of government owned banks to 12 from 27 in 2017. The 2016 Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, enacted to resolve corporate insolvencies in a timely manner, has also helped rein in defaulters to an extent. Nonetheless, although the process of bad loan recognition, provisioning, and write-offs has helped clean up bank balance sheets, low recoveries remain a matter of concern. According to local media reports, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman informed Parliament that public sector banks has recovered only 14% of 7.34 trillion worth of bad loans that were written off in 5 years of
Hello?
March
From
2022, and recently urged public sector banks to improve their recoveries from written off accounts. Indian banks have strong domestic funding franchises and ample liquidity. In a June press released discussing the Indian banking sector, global
Namrata,
credit.
yeah, Namrata, for some time, what happened? I had switched off this and talked, not realizing that I switched it off. Now, where are you? This paragraph seems to be very important. You read from
Yes,
here. The Nirmala Sitharaman informed Parliament public sector banks had recovered only 14% of the 7.34 trillion worth of bad loans that were written off in the 5 years up to March 2022, and recently urged public sector banks to improve the recoveries of written off accounts. Okay, very good.
yes, sir.
Now come to this in June press release.
In a June press release discussing the Indian banking sector, global credit rating agency Moody's Investor Service observed that credit conditions in India have gradually improved. With a significant reduction in banks' stock of legacy problem loans over the past 3 years, banks globally are facing liquidity pressures amid tighter monetary policy, outflow of excess liquidity buildup during COVID-19 pandemic into more profitable investment, and increased risk aversion among investors because of stress in US banking sector, commented Alka Anbarashu, Associated Managing Director of the Moody's, in a statement.
Moody's, what Moody's means what?
So it is
You
a credit rating agency.
good, very happy. Now, what is this person? Vignesh, your internet is okay now? Check up.
So, is it audible, sir?
Now, okay, please read. Indian banks, however,
Indian banks, however, have strong domestic funding franchises and ample liquidity to support growth in their loans with India's strong economic conditions. Moody's Indian affiliate ICRA
please
estimates that
keep the mic near your mouth and speak.
sir, it's not in wired on sir. Look
You're,
at this.
you're not, you're talking to cell phone or laptop.
Cell phone, sir.
Okay, अच्छा, ठीक है. Keep the mic near your mouth. You are
So,
going to read only. Please keep it near your mouth and then read properly.
Moody's Indian affiliate ICRA estimates that while higher interest rates will likely moderate the year-on-year loan growth for Indian banks to around 11% in the current financial year 23 to 24, from 15.5% in financial year 22 to 23. The incremental credit growth is expected to be between rupees 15 trillion and rupees 16 trillion, which would be the banking sector's second highest increase on record. Notably, the corporate lending environment in India is muted at present, and the most banks are now focusing on retail lending. RBI data shows that in 2 years between March 2023, the retail loans grew at a compounded annual growth rate of 24.8%, almost double the growth rate for gross advances in the same period. Retail loan currently form around one third of the total banking system's gross advances. Retail focus. The severe to,
No, the
sorry,
swerve.
sir.
Swerve
Towards
means
the retail.
swerve means movement, change.
Yes, sir. This way towards retail is especially noticeable in public sector banks, unlike private sector lenders, which have long had healthy retail portfolios. Public sector banks were until very recently predominantly focused on corporate lending. Commenting on this development, Bank of Baroda's Mr. Chand says a structural change has happened over the past of couple years. Most banks have diversified into mid-corporate and retail accounts. This offers two very clear benefits: a diversified portfolio, risk diversification, and better returns on investment because margins are healthier compared with some of the large corporates where the pricing is very fine.
What is this?
There is a growing retail
growing
demand
demand.
and a very strong middle class in the country, which has huge aspirations. Dinesh Kara. Dinesh Kara is chairman of the State Bank of India, the largest public sector bank in the country, refers to the retail focus as tectonic shift in the loan books of the scheduled commercial banks. Retail loans are now somewhere in the range of more than 50%. He adds, it differs between banks,
Just a minute.
but
Hold
the
on.
corporate book has shrunk. He expected this trend to continue. There is a growing retail demand and a very strong middle class in the country, which has huge aspirations. Retail is likely going to be a very major component in the loan books of bank. Mr. Gupta opinions that while the short-term credit growth will be retail and consumption driven, in the medium and the long term,
Dinesh Karra, retail loans are now somewhere in the range of more than 50%, he adds. Yeah, continue. It differs.
it differs between banks, but the corporate books has shrunk. He expects the trend to continue. There is a growing retail demand and a very strong middle class in the country, which has huge aspirations. Retail is likely going to be a very major component in the loan book of the banks. Mr. Gupta opinions that while in the short-term credit growth will be the retail and the consumption driven, in the medium and the long term, corporate lending will start coming to play. Capex-led growth, which has been muted over the past couple of years, will eventually pick up in 12 to 18 months, and that will fuel the next level of credit growth, he says. Amitabh Chaudhary, CEO of Axis Bank, India's third largest private sector bank, agrees the change in the relative shares between the retail and the wholesale has evolved in the past 2 years. He says, my hope is that wholesale will start growing as the private capex comes back and pricing returns to normal. Axis Bank recently acquired a global lender, Citibank's retail assets in India, which has given Axis loan book a strong retail flavor. Axis Bank will, however, retain its focus on wholesale lending, says Mr. Chaudhary. In India, there are very few players who can play both the retail and the wholesale game. There could be many players of the retail side, but on the wholesale side, there are limited players who can support a customer end to end, such as lending, trade finance, cash management, forex, debt and equity, capital markets.
Wait.
We do not want to
please
let
read
go
this.
the pace.
Please
But
read
yes,
this.
the pricing has to make sense. Despite the industry's wide focus on retail at the moment, Mr. Chaudhary believes that going forward, retail will be a bigger part of the credit history, but not the dominant part.
Hello. Are you able to hear me?
Sir, I have earbuds in my home, sir. I don't hear.
Please read from here. But on the wholesale side,
there are limited players who can support a customer end to end, such as lending, trade finance, cash management, forex, debt, and equity capital markets. So we do not want to let go that space, but yes, the pricing has to make the sense. Despite the industry wide focus on retail at the moment, Mr. Chaudhary believes that going forward, retail will be bigger part of the credit story, but not the dominant part.
very good. Tejas.
Regulatory caution.
Tejas.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Sir, the article you shared is the premium article, sir.
Pardon?
It's a premium. It says it's a premium article, sir.
Yeah. It's a very good article. Yeah. Now, please,
So we have to put some price to access the data.
suddenly I came across, what the reason why I opted for this, because, I was just going through the questions, and in one question in Karnataka Bank, they have asked what are the recent happenings in banking sector. After seeing that only, I searched and I came across this very useful article. I know it is very lengthy. Namrata, Tejas,
Mhm.
then
So I
Unnati.
am saying
You
that
people
that
will have
article
to
is very different.
you people will have to read it, and from that you make out one 10-line write up which you can use for telling in the interview, where they when they ask, tell about the recent happenings in banking sector. Of course, apart from this recent happening is Paytm being stopped. That is the latest story. That is another story. So, but this is overall. So I think not even 10 lines, 6 lines. You write up important points. That is namely, retail trade has increased, corporate lending has come down, and NPA has come down. Like that, you make out important points that will help you face any interview with confidence. Yeah, who was reading? Tejas.
That's
Tejas.
what I am saying here. The article you shared says you have to pay some amount
Yes,
to access the article.
Acha, acha, it is not. We can't see it. Not that way.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Join the community to access the article saying sir.
acha, you are not able to see it.
Yes, sir. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
maybe some other can check this, sir. For me, it's showing join the community to access this article, sir.
I don't know. Now that it is available here, you can watch this video again. That will do. Okay. Good.
Okay, sir.
Take down some small notes. Who was reading it, Vignesh or Tejas? Tejas?
Tejas. Yes, sir.
Tejas, Tejas,
Yes.
regulatory caution. Please read.
So, regulatory cautious. In light of the focus on retail lending, India's retailer has cautious banks several times about growth in unsecured lending and the risk of delinquencies. Empirical evidence suggests that a buildup of concentration in retail loans may become a source of systemic risk, said RBI in December 2022 report. RBI data shows that between March 2021 and March 2023, unsecured retail loans increased from 22.9% to 25.25%, while secured loans declined from 77.1% to 74.8%. At this point in time, retail loan asset quality
Sir,
is within manageable limits, with bad
sir,
loans
may I ask a question?
Yeah, 1 minute. Bad loans
Sir, is it
accounting only
accounting
1
for
point.
only
Yeah,
1.4% of total retail loan in March 2023.
actually, after this much water has flown under the bridge, Reserve Bank has cautioned the banks, stating that you please stop lending, say, personal loans, and they have increased the risk coverage points for that high level. That is why banks have started um, lessening the credit to the personal loans now. The present situation is that banks are cautious about lending to personal loans, and also now the money supply is not very easy. It is very tight. Banks are facing tight money conditions. That is why they have not reduced the interest rates. So much so, a few banks are offering much higher rate for 300 days deposit, 400 days deposit, and all that. Yes, what is the doubt you wanted to ask?
yes, sir? Is it good for bank to be increased in the unsecured loans,
No, no,
unsecured
no.
written?
No. Unsecured loans should not be very much high. That is why
Mhm.
Reserve Bank has cautioned, look, you stop the way you are giving left, right, and straight. That is why banks are now cautious. Now, Reserve Bank
Okay.
has taken note. See, one advantage in our country is that we have cash reserve ratio of 4.5%. of net
Yes, sir.
demand and time liabilities, and SLR of 18% of net demand and time liabilities. Cash reserve means banks will have to keep in their current account with Reserve Bank of India 4.5% of NDTL. SLR means 18% of it the bank must hold in the form of cash or gold or government securities. So, like this, in India, we have this control, whereas in America and all, they do not have this control. That is why big banks they went into problem. So that is what is the point to be noted. Now I think some more. Ajay Baba, it's so big, Baba. Now I think it will be over in the next few minutes. At present, which one we were
Yes,
reading?
yes, sir.
This one. The regulator has been expressing concerns. Yeah,
Okay.
continue.
The regulator, yes, the regulator has been expressing its concern and indicated that it is watchful. It is watching this growth of unsecured loans quite closely, and I think it is asking banks as to how they are mitigating risk, says Mr. Chaudhary. Delinquencies may arise more from smaller banks and non-banking financial companies, he adds. As far as large banks are concerned, we are playing on the lower end of the risk curve. We give personal loans to existing bank customer and understand their financial behavior. At present, there is a low risk of delinquencies arising from the retail sector, says Mr. Gupta. The retail lending boom is still in its early stages, but it has already gone through one cleanup cycle during COVID 19. At this point in time, banks are lending to a smaller business or retail individual who has not defaulted, delayed, or restructured their loans, and these are hence intrinsically good quality customer.
Very good.
Challenges to
Unati, please continue. Challenges.
Challenges to the Indian banking sector, he says, can arise either from the economy suddenly turning less benign or marketplace hubris when unnecessary adverse risk return propositions may cause a deterioration in a bank's financial profile. Technology, too, Mr. Gupta cautions, requires close monitoring. If through some technological breakthrough, some fintechs or some of the big techs are able to reach customers for either their deposits or lending, that poses a big challenge to a bank, and it may not be easy to counter the challenge, he says. Digital expansions. While Indian banks have long been cognizant of the importance of technology, they are now taking their technology focus up by several notches. Technology is critical not only to enable them to stay ahead of their peers, but to fuel their next level growth. At the second largest private sector, ICICI Bank, the first bank in India to launch internet banking back in 1990s, the digital focus is present across all its offerings. In its latest annual report, the bank stated that its key technology priorities include creating an enterprise architecture framework across digital platform, data and analytics, microservice-based architecture, cloud computing, cognitive intelligence, and other emerging technologies. ICICI Bank's technology expense grew to 9.3% of operating expense in financial year 22-23, compared with about 8.6% in previous fiscal year. Axis Bank's technology spend has gone up more than 70% in the past 2 years, estimates Mr. Chaudhary. 4 years back, almost 30% of our technology infrastructure was more than 8 years old, he said. Now we have only 5% of tech infrastructure which is more than 5 years old.
Very good. So this article is very, very important. I suggest you listen to this, take down notes, important points about deposit growth, about recapitalization, about lending growth, about say credit and risk, that is retail loans being going up and caution by Reserve Bank of India, and then increase in digitalization. And one thing I would like to tell regarding digital, our country has been doing extremely well. The moment I go out, I don't need any cash. I just take my cell phone and then show it. Finished. Everything is over. even to the auto driver and all that. So that way it is really good. I have experienced even in Canada. It is not this much good. No, Canada, of course, is a very rich country, but then there the the wallet system is not used to this extent. Of course, they have some up to $200 or so you can pay without showing the card also. There is cashless, cardless payment and all that is there. Very good. Now, I the object of giving this essay is for you to read and make one answer for you. And the next question is this one.
So we can write about dark patterns also because it is a major issue, and Governor Shaktidan Das is also cautioned about it in recent MPC. Dark patterns.
Which one? Which one?
So dark patterns are the immoral activities taken by the banks or microfinancial institutions to sell their loans.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and also, of course, now you will have to mention about Paytm Bank problem also. Paytm Payment Bank has been asked to stop accepting deposits from 1st March. What is going to happen? We don't know. So when you go for the interview, you can tell up to that one. Now, Namrata, please read.
Yes, sir.
Neobank.
A neobank is a digital-first financial company that offers banking services like checking accounts and debit cards but does not have a physical location. The term neobank is often used interchangeably with fintech banks, challenger bank, or digital bank.
Now, next question. What is an example of neobank? Please read.
There are top 4 US neobanks by market account holders according to Insider Intelligence forecast for 2023.
This is not required for us. We want Indian neobanks. Indian neobanks. Please read.
Yes, Five Money,
F1.
founder by
Oh, it is 5 money. Acha, acha. Oh, I read it as F1 money. 5 money. Good.
found
Please read.
yes, sir. Founded by Sujit Narayanan and Sumit Galwani, co-founder of Google Pay. This new bank is specifically designed for salaried millennials. Second is Jupiter, FamPay, Mahila Money, and Razorpay X.
Okay. To be honest, though I have been teaching, I have not heard this name earlier. FamPay, then this Mahila Money also, I have not heard. Very good. Razorpay, of course, I have heard. Good. So that much will do for Neobank. Now, what we can do is we can go to our, we will just go through some of the, I think yesterday we were seeing some, what is that, abbreviations. We will continue with them. From there, we will start learning something. What is the expansion of PAN? Unati Goyal?
Yes, sir.
What is the expansion of PAN?
Permanent account number.
Pardon?
Permanent account number.
Correct. Good. How many digits are there in permanent account number?
That I don't remember, sir.
How many alpha
10
numeric?
digits, sir.
Correct.
Alphanumeric.
Alphanumeric digits 10.
10. Okay, sir.
Then in IFSC, how many digits?
9. 9, I guess.
11.
No, wrong.
11.
11. What is the expansion of IFSC? Indian Financial Services Code or System Code? I always get doubt. IFSC. IFSC stand for
Indian
Financial
Financial System Code.
Financial System Code. Okay, good. Then there are 11 digits. Now let me tell you all the digit formalities. Then your Aadhaar card has 12 digits numbers. Okay. Then your credit card, debit card has how many digits?
16.
Correct. 16. There is one code known as MICR. What is the expansion of this?
What's the
What is the
Magnetic ink.
recognition?
Something
Character
magnetic.
recognition.
magnetic ink
Mag-
character recognition?
yes, sir.
Magnetic ink character recognition code. It is a 9-digit number
Mhm.
that is printed at the bottom of the check.
Yes,
At the
sir.
bottom of the check, you have check number. Then also this
Mm-hmm.
MICR code, and some more thing also will be there. I don't remember what it is. Because nowadays nobody is using check. Everybody is sending money through GPAY or PhonePe or say what is that IMPS and all that. Anyhow, we should know from the point of view of interview. MICR code has 9
9.
digits. Okay. Any other item is there with digits you are able to think of?
The
Any
SWIFT
other?
code.
Swift code, I think it is 11 or 8. Swift code, it is 8. Somewhere it is told as 8 digits number. Somewhere it is given as 11 digits number. A Swift code is a standard format of bank identifier code to specify a particular bank or branch. Swift code, how many?
8 to 11
8
character
to,
code.
8 to
8
11
to,
characters.
yeah, 8 to 11. Correct. For example, Hare Baba, all Swift codes of banks in India. See the names of banks. I have never heard about these banks. What is that? Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank. Then Bank of Tokyo, Mitsubishi. Very good. Anyhow, doesn't matter. More time will be spent there. Now we will go to this one. I think we had covered up to 13 yesterday. Yeah. Now we will go start with Tejas. Please start reading 31.
Yes, sir. 31 ASBA application supported by block amount.
Acha,
32.
1 minute. Let me tell you about numbers. In respect of credit card, debit cards, on the back you will have a 3-digit code known as
Card.
card,
Card holder.
CVV
card,
verification value.
correct, card verification value. And at the bottom of the debit card, credit card, in the bottom of the front page, you will have month of expiry and month and year of expiry. 12/23, 12/24, like that it would have been given. They don't give you the date of expiry, they give you the month of expiry only. And CVV also is very important. And nowadays, one important problem. See, whenever a debit card is received, credit card is received, we used to put some PIN number based on, say, our phone numbers are attached to the bank account with the bank. So when we go and insert this, we will get an OTP in our smartphone, and then from there the number, using that number, we will create our own PIN, personal identification number. It has only 4 digits. Okay. And I was telling you about permanent account. Somewhere some idea came, and then, yeah, doesn't matter. I will tell you once I remember that again. Yeah, I was remembering about numbers and then I told you. Yeah, I was telling you. The debit card, credit card nowadays we are receiving, We cannot use it for all transactions. No, 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 no. See, you will have to specify, I will be using this card up to, say, this much rupees, 50,000 rupees for withdrawing money from ATM. Then for online transactions, I will be using in international transactions. Earlier, all this was not there. This time, what happened? I received a credit card from, debit card from our Canara Bank. And when I used it, it was rejected. Then today I went to them and those people guided me how it has to be done using the Canara Bank app. Very good. Now, number 31 is Ask Bar. Application supported by blocked amount. Where is it used? Can anyone tell me?
Yes,
IPO,
sir.
sir.
In initial public offering.
Correct. In the case of demat account and IPO. Good. Continue, Tejas.
Yes, sir. 32 PIN, personal identification number.
Okay.
33 CECA, Comprehensive Economic Cooperation Agreement. 34 CEPA, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement.
Yeah. DTA.
Yes, sir. 35 DTA, Double Taxation Avoidance Agreement. 36 EFSF.
This is between two or countries, for example, there will be double taxation avoidance agreement with some other country, I don't know. In which case, if the income is earned in India by a foreigner, it is taxed only here, not in the foreign country. That is what is known as double taxation avoidance agreement. Continue. 36.
Yes, sir. 36 EFSF, European Financial Stability Facility. 37 FINO, Financial Inclusion Network Operation. 38 FIPB, Foreign Investment Portfolio Board. 39
Promotion
FS
board. This is given as promotion board.
Promotion Board. Sorry, sir. 39 FSLRC, Financial Sector Legislative Reform Commission. 40 RTGS, Real Time Gross Settlement.
Yeah.
41 CRAR, Capital to Risk.
Unati, start from 41.
Yes, sir. CRAR, capital to risk weighted asset ratio. LCR.
1 minute. Commerce people must know.
Sir, I know. Can I say? I know.
Please tell.
Sir, it is amount of the percentage of risk which is attached to the amount of loan given. So we find about it is given in RBI certain percentage we should kept aside from the loan from our assets so that we can cover our risk in case of default of loans.
Yeah. For example, in the case of standard account also, earlier there was a condition if 100 crore is the standard advance, standard asset, we have to provide 1 crore. That is 1%.
Yes.
I think there has been some revision in that. Now it is made as 1.25% like that. This is to reduce the risk. This is in respect of standard asset. In respect of NPA, where it becomes a substandard, if it is a secured advance, 15%, unsecured advance, 25%, like that. So different provisions have to be made. Please read this, Tejas, read this capital adequacy ratio.
Yes, sir. Capital adequacy ratio is also known as capital to risk weighted asset ratio, CRAR, is the ratio of bank's capital to its risk. A national regulator track a bank CAR to ensure that it can absorb a reasonable amount of loss and complies with statutory capital requirement.
Yeah. See, in the case of a specific bank appointment like State Bank of India, Federal Bank or Karnataka Bank, you can go to their website and get to know what is CRAR and all. But in your case, maximum they can ask about your bank's CRAR, very rare. So far, they have not asked according to my knowledge. Still, I request you to, which bank are you going to say as your bank account? Tell only one bank account. And please go through its important details like name of the bank, the headquarters of the bank, the chairman of the bank, number of branches of the bank, then roughly total deposits, total advances, total profit made in the recent quarter, something like that. You please get to know. And there you will also see this one, CRAR. But they won't ask you what is the GNPA percentage of State Bank of India just because you have account with State Bank of India. If you have got account, but of course this question they are very keen. Why did you choose Canara Bank as your first bank? Why did you choose this as second bank? So like that, there you must give some reason. Like I am from South India, so I thought it will be good to get a job in South India, in Canara Bank. Again, they may cross you by asking, does it mean you will not go to North India? Again, you can tell that I am, however, open to going to anywhere in India. Immediately you should tell that. Okay, very good. So what is a good capital to risk weighted asset ratio? Now I think it is 9%, more than that, some 11.5% or so. But almost all banks are showing much higher percentage nowadays. We are all better placed now. Yeah. Where is our this one? Now Tejas, continue.
So I have a doubt. If I have bank in private bank, if I have a bank account in private bank, so panel will ask me, na, why don't you open your account in government bank? So what will I say?
They can ask her. You can always say this bank is the nearest bank from my residence, from my college. Understand? Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing wrong. See, sometimes, people do go on. I mean, I think yesterday only I told you, in one interview for a girl, poor girl, they conducted interview for 1 hour. The end told her, look, you are not, you look very kiddish. Like that they told. And there they will be asking all type of questions. Why this bank, why that bank, and all that. And you must be able to communicate confidently. That is what is required.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Where are we now? Tejas.
Yes, sir. 42. LCR, liquidity coverage ratio. 43. TRC, Tax Administration Reform Commission. 44. GIRO, Government Internal Revenue Order. 45. FRBMA, Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. 46. AMFI, Association of Mutual Fund in India. 47. TIEA, Tax Information Exchange Agreement. 48. GAAR, General Anti-Avoidance Rule. 49. GSLV, Geosynchronous Launch Vehicle. PPP, Public-Private Partnership and Purchasing Power Parity.
Very good.
31. EFT, Electronic Fund Transfer.
Thank you. Tejas, stop. Your internet is not good. Namrata, please continue from 51. Yeah.
51. EFT, Electronic Fund Transfer. PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. TAPI, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. QFI, Qualified Foreign Investor. MIBOR, Mumbai Interbank Offered Rate. AY, Anyoday Ann Yojana. CAA and A, Controller of Aid Account and Audit. CDR, Corporate Debt Reconstructing.
Namrata,
CF,
what are you reading? What are you reading? Read again.
Corporate Debt Restructuring. CFPI, Consumer Food Price Index. CIRP, Corporate Insolvency Resolution Process, CLSS, Credit Linked Subsidiary Scheme, DARE, Department of Agriculture, Research and Education, DDA, Doha Development Agenda, DGCI and S, Directorate General of Commercial Intelligence and Statistics, DGFT, Directorate General of Foreign Trade, DPUM, Department of Investment and Foreign and Public Asset Management, DIPP, Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, DISCOMs, Distribution Companies, EBARD, European Bank for Reconstruction and Development, IFTA, European Free Trade Association, EIB, European Investment Bank.
Next, Unnati.
Yes, sir. ENAM,
EIB.
Electronic National Agriculture Market, EPCG, Export Promotion on Capital Goods, GCC, Gulf Cooperation Council, GETFS, Gold Exchange Traded Funds, IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, IFCI, Industrial Financial Corporation of India, ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India Bank, IPO, Initial Public Offering, KYC, Know Your Customer, LFPR, Labor Force Participation Rate, MO, Reserve Money, NISM, National Institute of Securities Market, NSC, National Savings Certificate.
No, I don't know what is this. M0, Reserve Money. Okay. They are having M1, M2, M3 and all. Please find out what it is. Commerce students, you must know that. Continue.
NISM, National Institute of Securities Market, NSC, National Savings Certificate, OTCI, Over the Counter Exchange of India Limited, SIP, Systematic Investment Plan, SWP, Systematic Withdrawal Plan, FIPB, Foreign Investment Promotion Board, CERT, Fin Computer Emergency Response Team of our Financial Sector, IRFC, Indian Railway Finance Corporation Limited, FFO, Further Fund Offering, AD, Authorized Dealer, ASSOCHAM, Associated Chamber of Commerce and Industry of India, BCSBI, Banking Codes and Standard Boards of India, BIS, Bank for International Settlements, CDS, Credit Default Swap, SEPA, Comprehensive Economic Partnership Management, TLTRO, Targeted Long-Term Repo Rate, FMOD, Financial Market Operation Department, BEPG, Bharat E-Commerce Payment Gateway, MPIN, Mobile Banking Person Identification Number, NASH, National Automated Clearing House, NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, BHIM, Bharat Interface for Money, UPI, Unified Payment Interface, MMID, Mobile Money Identifier.
उन्नति, आप किधर जाते हैं? इतना स्पीड पढ़ते हैं.
Sorry, sir, I reduced my space. Sorry.
You are reading so very fast. Now tell me, what is NACH?
So National Clearing House, it is used for bulk payments.
It is used for what?
Bulk payments, sir. Bulk payments.
It is used for direct benefit transfer. DBTC.
Yes, sir. Direct payment transfer or bulk payments. If in a company, when company wants to pay salary to their employees, so they use NASH, like big companies.
Not that way, Baba. It is used only mostly in respect of our Pradhan Mantri Samman Nidhi.
Yes.
Where they are making payment for 11 crore farmers, and probably in Tamil Nadu for women every month 1,000 rupees credit. That bulk payments are all made through that. Regarding companies payment, it is not necessarily done through that. I'm not sure about it. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Now where are we now?
Sir, MMID, Mobile Money Identifier, 106. Trade Receivables Discounting Systems, PPIs, Prepaid Payment Instruments, BBPOUS, Bharat Bill Payment Operating Units, BBPS, Bharat Bill Payment System. Rating Agencies, CRISIL, Credit Rating Information Service of India, 1987, Mumbai, CIBIL, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited, 2000, Mumbai, ICRA, Investment Information and Credit Rating Agencies, 1991, Gurugram, Haryana, International Rating Agencies, Fitch Rating, 1975, New York, US, Moody's Investor Service, 1909, New York, US. Standard and Poor, New York.
Very good. I think we have done all that fully. What is this banking awareness book of content? What is this they are telling?
So I have one doubt. So what is the difference between ANBCs and NDTL? They both looks.
No. NDTL is net demand and time liabilities. What is adjusted net bank credit? That is different definition. ANBC. ANBC stands for adjusted net bank credit. Please read this, Unati.
ANBC is a net bank credit plus investment made by bank in non-SLR bonds held to maturity category or credit equivalent amount of off-balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher.
Here it speaks about credit. NDTL, it speaks about liabilities.
So credit and liabilities both are same, I guess.
No. How can you are a commerce student?
Yes, sir.
How come you are telling like this? Liabilities are different and assets are different. Liabilities are what the company owes to others.
Okay.
Assets are what the company has to received from others. I will put it fully like this. Net demand and
time liabilities.
Yesterday we studied that. Please read, Unati.
So the amount of money available to the bank for providing loans is called net demand and time liabilities, which is basically the sum of all the deposits made to the bank by people like you, less the amount that the bank has invested in other banks. NDTL is equal to all liabilities minus deposits in other bank.
समझ गया? ये दोनों फर्क है.
Okay.
Completely different. Where are we? Yeah. That's all. Oh. Good. Now, like this again, I came across this one where Karnataka Bank, about 45 pages. I don't know whether the questions will be different, but somewhere some subject questions are also there. Zoology questions. After seeing this only, I thought of that one. Recent developments in banking sector. Then how UPI works. Honestly, I don't know. I have been telling people about this for a long time. But how UPI works, I have heard about it, but I don't know how to explain that. Arey Baba, kya ho? How UPI works. So whenever you come across some odd things like that, you should search and get to know about it. How UPI works. Namrata, please read Unified
Yes, sir.
Payment. Yeah.
Unified Payment Interface (UPI) is a system that powers multiple bank accounts into a single mobile application of any participating bank, merging several banking features, seamless fund routing, and merchant payments into one hood.
I think same thing they would have told here. What is the technology behind UPI? Please read.
UPI works on a four-pillar push-pull interoperable model where there will be a remitter beneficiary front-end PSP payment service provider and a remitter beneficiary back-end back that settles the monetary transactions for the users. UPI payment apps pay a small platform fee to NPCI for utilizing the UPI infrastructure. This fee contributes to the revenue of NPCI, which operates and maintains the UPI ecosystem. The platform fee may vary depending on the volume and value of transaction proceeded by UPI app. In
Namrata, what happens?
In relation to UPI payment transactions, Google Pay is a TPAP authorized by NPCI to facilitate payment transactions through HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, and State Bank of India. We are a service provider and participate in UPI through PSP banks.
Hey Baba, I don't know. Please check what is the expansion for TPAP, PSP, and all that. Then who is the owner of UPI? That we know. NPCI. Who pays for UPI? That also we have seen. Why is UPI so successful? Why did UPI fail? Where? Acha. UPI transaction fail if the receiver's account detail, such as bank account number, IFSC code entered incorrectly. I thought entire system is a fail. That's right. Why is UPI so successful? Seamless integration, interoperability. UPI success can be attributed to its seamless integration across various banking platforms and interoperability with numerous third-party applications. It is true, we are able to use UPI through our GPAY, PhonePe, Paytm. There are so many other sites, I don't know. Some people say Amazon Pay and so many things. Some Beam Pay. So almost all these places we are able to use. That is the reason for its success. And I think some foreign countries have also started accepting it. For example, France, then Nepal, then probably in the Middle East, some country. Which
Today
country?
only there
UAE.
Sri Lanka and Mauritius.
Sri Lanka and Mauritius.
Sri Lanka and Mauritius. Mauritius, we should not give it.
And few days back, it was launched in France as well.
France, yeah. France, it was launched. Very good. So, what is the currency for France?
Frank.
Correct. What is the currency in Germany?
Euro.
Euro.
Euro. What is the currency for Qatar? I don't know.
That I don't
For
know.
which country? Which country, sir?
Qatar.
Qatar. Real. Real.
Real must be for Kuwait and all that. Currency. Correct.
Real.
Correct. Qatari Real. Good. Very good. One
Sir,
real is equal to 22.80.
it is highest valued currency in the world.
No. It is a strongest currency, not highest value. The value is only 22.80. But somewhere it is told it is one of the strongest currency. Strongest currency in the world. Kuwaiti dinar, Baba.
Okay, I got confused.
Yeah.
Dinar, okay.
Our uncle is telling Kuwaiti dinar. I am giving this link. Kuwaiti dinar, Bahraini dinar. What is that? What?
Omani. Omani Riyal.
Omani Riyal. Acha, I am giving that link in our group. IBPS PO interview. Then another one, IDBI. Yeah. So, okay. Thank you, boys and girls.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have given PNB as my first preference. So how can I justify that?
No, you are from which state? Jharkhand.
Sorry, sir. State. Yes, sir, Jharkhand.
No problem. Jharkhand, Punjab National Bank must be having more branches. Not only that, Punjab National Bank is the topmost bank among the public sector banks. Okay.
Okay.
And I am of the view if I join Punjab National Bank, it will help me for my career promotion. Okay,
Okay, sir.
career advancement.
Yes.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that you can. But all this you must tell fully convinced by yourself and tell confidently.
Yes, sir.
That's what it is. Best
Oh,
wishes.
so,
And yeah,
so listen, so you have provided so many content. I wanted to know which one is most important because as time are less and dates are out. So which questions are most important that I need to prepare, please, because there's so many content and I'm getting confused.
okay. If you ask me that way, this is what I prepared by going through this one. It is there in our this thing. Bank interview questions, 8th February.
Okay,
Please go through this.
okay,
This is sufficient. Okay.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, at least this one you read. Now,
Okay.
willful defaulter. Who is a willful defaulter, Unati?
Yes, sir. Defaulters are those defaulters who have a capacity to pay money, but they are not paying the amount taken by them.
Unati is from which state?
So Jharkhand only.
Arey Baba, Jharkhand, Namrata.
Yes, sir.
Make
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We
make
have. So
your
we are
friends.
talking
That's
on phone.
very good. Very
We
good.
have made a separate group also.
Oh, good. Very good. Please, but
Sir,
separate
sir,
group
you are
alone
quite
also.
popular in Jharkhand.
No,
Yes.
Jharkhand, many people like me. I don't know why. Especially
You
because
must visit Jharkhand once, sir.
My friend referred to you because he was telling that answer asked because your questions are really great because you asked really good questions. So he referred your
yeah,
channel.
in fact, yesterday night, 9:30 p.m., I received a call from a candidate telling, Sir, my name is so and so. I am now working as Scale 3 manager in Bank of Maharashtra. Sir, I have an interview tomorrow. That is what is today's date? 12th.
Yes.
12th February. Last time you only interviewed me one day before the interview. So I want you to interview me. So I told him, okay, I will talk to you, but give me 200. He paid, and then I took a mock interview for him, giving him a lot of tough questions about SIDBI and all. And now I think his interview must have been completed by now. But I asked him, why do you want to come from Bank of Maharashtra to SIDBI? That is scale 3. This is scale 1. Why do you want to come? There he says SIDBI is paying a much higher salary or more or less same salary. So that is why I want to come, and the risk, the pressure is also less in SIDBI. That is the reason he was telling.
Okay.
Jharkhand, of course, many people, especially for me, one bad feeling is that there is one good girl. I don't remember her name. That pink girl in Federal Bank interview. Her video went so much viral. She's very good in talking in English, but पता नहीं क्यों उनको selection नहीं हुआ. She was very good. If you see Federal Bank videos,
Yes, sir. I
her,
have seen a video.
what is her name? Nidhi or something like that.
I can't recall.
Yeah, I will tell you. She's so famous. She will be available always online. Yeah. She is very. But one thing, it is not that she was very brilliant. In fact, at the end of the interview, even I had told her, look, your interview is not that very good because some questions, she is an MCom graduate and she could not answer all questions properly.
Because I've heard they grilled commerce candidate a lot.
Yeah, 1 minute. Um, Unfortunately, her name is not here. Doesn't matter. Leave it. So no problem. Very good. So we will close now because I have to go for some satsang today at 7 o'clock in another place. That's why I preponed the class to 5 o'clock. tomorrow, if possible, we will meet at the same time also. It's very leisurely. Tomorrow evening, as it is, I have not given time for anybody. Tomorrow morning, um, shall we meet tomorrow morning? Some of you, if you are interested, we can meet. But one thing, you must come and you come ready with a set of questions so that you can ask other candidate and right, left, right. You should be answering, and if there is problem, I will try to fill it up.
Yes,
So
sir.
tomorrow at what time we will start? 10 o'clock?
Yes, sir. No problem.
Is it okay? 10?
Yes, sir, that will be fine.
Yeah, that should be fine. Or if you are having some already classes arranged, usko prepone, postpone kar dijiye. You will be with me for about 1 hour maximum, 10 to 11. And
Okay,
again,
sir.
if possible, we will meet at 5 to 6. Because now that the interview date has also been announced, we must
Mm-hmm.
read a lot. We must read a lot. And one thing I tell you, you can take that book I was using. What is that book? First Star, Fun Stuff.
Fun, sister. So
Fun
I have noticed now, situation-based questions are missing. So from where to cover situation-based questions? Because
situation, fun stuff. Situation based questions I can give you, but then you may find it difficult to understand them. 1 minute.
so I will use Chat GPT, but if you have a situation-based question, please send, because they are asking situation-based questions nowadays a lot.
I am giving you this link in our WhatsApp group. IDBI Bank, I am giving you this. Then IBPSPO, I am giving you this. If you click this, it is a treasure of information. It is a treasure of information. Bob, Bob. CTDI magazine.
Okay.
So if you click this one, you will know what is happening in Reserve Bank, what has happened in Reserve Bank. सब कुछ आपको पता हो जाएगा, जिसमें आपको एक जगह पर क्वेश्चंस आएगा, जहां ये सब question based on some incidents, etc. will be given like this. Let me search. Yeah. Here, bada questions dega, but not everything will be situation based, but you can go through them. But very tough, to remember them. See, or at least you can go here, and these are all actually promotion based questions. But
Okay.
it will be difficult for you. They will ask simple questions. How will you convince a customer to open an account? What are the things you will ask for from a customer? How will you deal with an angry customer?
Customer.
Like that, simple questions only. Okay.
Yes, there is one more question. How, once you join a bank, how will you reduce NPA? They asked someone from in SBI
I know.
interview.
I know this is a silly question. How can a new person joining as a PO is going to reduce NPA? But only thing is you can say, I will try to follow the NPA accounts, send legal notice, registered notice followed by legal notice, and also making personal contacts. And if it is mortgaged property, I will use SURFACE Act and try to recover.
Okay.
समझ गया?
Yes, sir.
ऐसा बोलना है. Anyhow, best wishes. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, 10
Thank you,
o'clock,
sir.
kindly remind me if I am not there online.
Okay, sir.
I am giving responsibility to Namrata and Unati.
Okay.
Thank you. Namrata
Thank
is
you,
not
sir.
there. Namrata chala gaya. कोई बात नहीं, Unati.
I will
Thank
tell
you.
her, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. Bye, sir.